Alright, and we're back. Now, I'll show you the order currently that we're at. We've done Halo Wars, Reach, and finally completed Halo 1. Now you see, this is played in true chronological order, which is why Halo 2 is split up into Part 1 and Part 2. Because Halo 3 ODST takes place at one specific event in Halo 2. And when we reach that point, we're going to split right off, complete Halo 3 ODST, then get right back to Halo 2, because that is the proper order of things. So that's going to be fun. But, yeah, with Halo 2, I do plan on finding all the skulls and everything. But with like, for some skulls that we can't get first try, like the I Would Have Been Your Daddy skull, which is infamous for having, I believe, a 1 in 7 chance of appearing, meaning you have to just replay it, get to that same point every single time, get it. I'm gonna just pretty much go back, go to missions, select the mission, and then just turn on, like, I forget what some of these do. Yeah, active, like literally getting active camo. We can just turn on all the busted skulls. That's actually a cool skull. So let's see. There is... That's interesting. Yeah, we need all the bonuses. So that would be Bandana for infinite ammo, Envy for the active camo skull. I actually knew this one existed, but I never found it because I could never beat the game on Legendary back on the original Xbox. We can throw on Prophet Birthday Party. Okay, that's actually really funny. Yeah, Scarab. That'll definitely be useful. I like how it makes the score multiplier 0, meaning if you have the Scarab gun on, we're not going to count any of your points. But yeah, if we need to replay missions, we'll do it with all the skulls on, so that way we can make it to the point where we get the skulls. Makes the whole thing easy. But we can actually do the playlist this time, as we start this dreadful journey, I'm sure, on Legendary. Begin. The Heretic. Also known as the intro cutscene. Covenant Holy City High Charity. 9th Age of Reclamation.
There was only one chip.
One? Are you sure?
Yes. They called it the Pillar of Autumn.
Why was it not destroyed with the rest of their fleet?
It fled as we set fire to their planet. But I followed with all the ships in my command.
When you first saw Halo, were you blinded by its majesty?
Blinded?
Paralyzed? Dumbstruck?
No.
Yet the humans were able to evade your ships, land on the sacred ring, and desecrate it with their filthy footsteps.
Noble hierarchs. Surely you understand that once the parasite attacked...
There will be order in this council.
You
We'll
were right
understand
to
later in this
focus
game.
your attention on the Flood. But this demon, this Master Chief,
By the time I learned the demon's intent, there was nothing I could do.
Noble prophet of truth, this has gone on long enough. Make an example of this bungler. The council demands it.
You are one of our most treasured instruments. Long have you led your fleet with honor and distinction. But your inability to safeguard Halo was a colossal failure.
Nay, it was heresy.
I will continue my campaign against the humans.
No, you will not. Soon the great journey shall begin. But when it does, the weight of your heresy will stay your feet, and you shall be left behind.
Defense platform Cairo. 10, 20, 25,
The
50.
plating was about to
25,
fail. There's
52.
viscosity throughout the gel layer. Optics, totally fried. And let's not even talk about the power supply. You know how expensive this gear is, son?
Tell that to the Covenant.
Nice reflection. Well, that mission was quite difficult. Tell you, I struggled.
Well, I guess it was all obsolete anyway.
Man, he doesn't look
Your new
nearly as
suit's a
good.
Mark 6. Just came up from Songnam this morning. Try and take it easy until you get used to the upgrades. Okay, let's test your targeting first thing. Please look at the top light. Good. Now look at the bottom light.
What the fuck? Controls are
Alright,
inverted?
Look at the top light again. That's it. Now the bottom
Why?
one. Okay.
What?
Everything checks out.
Controls
Stand
aren't-
by. I'm gonna offline the inhibitors. Move around a little. Get a feel for it. When you're ready, come meet me by the zapper.
Why? Who would play a shooter with inverted control? With inverted. What the fuck? Save. Oh, much better. Okay. Fun fact, that's the terminal,
Pay
but we can't
attention,
access
because
it
I'm
yet.
only going over this once. This station will test your recharging energy shields. Your new armor shields are extremely resilient, very efficient.
Start energy test. Let me out of here.
Bingo! As you can see, they recharge a lot faster. If your shields go down, find some
Johnson,
cover.
you're
Wait
alive.
for the meter to
Last I
read
saw
fully
you were
charged.
groping in Lee's
That,
butt.
or he can hide behind me. You done with my boy here, Master Guns? I don't see any training wheels.
His armor's working fine, Johnson. You're free to go, son. Just remember, take things slow.
Don't worry, I'll hold his hand.
Alright. First skull. Somewhere.
So, Johnson, when you gonna tell me how you made it back home in one piece?
Sorry, Guns, it's classified.
My ass! Well, you can forget about those adjustments to your A2.
Well, he's in a particularly fine mood. Maybe Lord Hood didn't give him an invitation.
It's like right over there, I think, on that box.
Earth. Huh. Haven't seen it in years. When I shipped out for basic, the orbital defense grid was all theory and politics. Now
Skull
look,
always there?
the Cairo is just one of 300 geosync platforms. That Mac gun can put a round clean through a Covenant capital ship.
It's
Coordinated fire from the Athens and the Malta. Nothing's getting past this battle cluster in one piece.
Is this wasn't? I thought it was supposed to be there. What? Can you not
Ships
find
been
the
arriving
skulls
all
in
morning.
MCC? Or
Nobody's
something?
saying much, but
What? Let me look this up. Halo 2 MCC Armory Skull. Missing? Reasons for skulls not appearing in Halo 2 Anniversary campaign. So I'm not the only one who already has this issue. Most skulls appear only on Legendary. Happened to me today. I'm playing on Legendary. Is it because I'm in the, I don't know. Okay.
I'll bet something big's about to happen.
Let's try this again. But maybe the playlist is bugged. Maybe we have to do the mission select specifically, which is really stupid and makes no sense. But I guess it is how it is. I'll skip the intro cutscene, and at least all of our controls are not flipped for some reason. But let's see if that skull is there now. Kinda sucks. I was hoping I'd be able to complete the Legendary playlist, but yeah.
Well,
If I want to collect
I
all the
guess
skulls,
it was all
I
obsolete anyway.
can't do it that way.
Your new suit's a Mark 6. Just came up from Songnam this morning. Try and take it easy until you get used to the upgrades. Okay, let's test your targeting first thing. Please look at the top light. Good. Now look at the bottom light. All right, look at the top light again. That's it. Now the bottom one. Okay. Everything checks out. Stand by. I'm gonna offline the inhibitors.
It's weird how they only make you look up and down.
Move around a little. Get a feel for it. When you're ready, come meet me by the zapper. Pay attention, because I'm only going over this once. This station will test your recharging energy shields. Your new armor shields are extremely resilient, very efficient. Bingo! As you can see, they recharge a lot faster. If your shields go down, find some cover, wait for the meter to read fully charged.
That, or he can hide behind me. You done with my boy here, Master Guns? I don't see any training wheels.
His armor's working fine, Johnson. You're free to go, son. Just remember, take things slow.
Don't worry, I'll hold his hand.
So, Johnson, when you gonna tell me how you made it back home in one piece?
Sorry, Guns, it's classified.
My ass! Well, you can forget about those adjustments to your A2.
Well, he's in a particularly fine mood. Maybe Lord Hood didn't give him an invitation.
Let's see if that skull is there this time.
Earth.
It should be on
Haven't seen it
that
in
box,
years.
right there. Where you could pick it up if you hug this area here.
When I shipped out for basic, the orbital defense grid was all theory and politics. Now look, the Cairo is just one of
It's
300
not there.
geosync platforms. That Mac gun can put a round clean through a Covenant capital
Why?
ship. Coordinated fire from the Athens and the Malta. Nothing's getting past this battle cluster.
I'm gonna just watch this video again. Yeah, it's supposed to be on that box, but it isn't. Maybe Halo 2 MCC. Maybe it's a PC specific glitch. I love having to troubleshoot. Toggling doesn't affect the skulls, so that shouldn't be causing issues. Yet for some reason, I can't get any of the skulls. They're non-fucking existent. Like, seriously, the only thing that I find is that just, like, nobody can specify that they're just not appearing. There are 2 skulls on mission. The first one you get is in Tram, but Johnson has to say a specific line. Okay, give me a second. Oh, you have to wait a certain amount of time. That's the kicker. Okay. You have to wait a certain amount of time. And then, yeah. Maybe I should turn on closed captioning for this video so that way I can watch it without having my audio for the YouTube video on. So it's not an issue with me. Well, it's not an issue with the game, it's an issue with me. Yeah. I don't want to restart. Just resume. Will they just start the mission, or... This is gonna be a long playthrough trying to get all the skulls. We'll probably not make it all the way through the mission, considering Legendary Halo 2 is probably the most difficult Legendary run. But I'll look at the skulls video so that way I know the different details of how to get certain things.
Well, I guess it was all
All I
obsolete
know is
anyway.
I would have been your daddy's
Your new suit's a Mark
particularly
6.
bitchy.
Just came up from Songnam this morning. Try and take it easy until you get used to the
Looks like the audio's
upgrades.
a bit loud. Let's
Okay,
lower that
let's
a bit.
test your targeting first thing. Please look at the top light. Good. Now look at the bottom light. All right. Look at the top light again. That's it. Now the bottom one. Okay. Everything checks out. Stand by. I'm gonna offline the inhibitors. Move around a little. Get a feel for it. When you're ready, come meet me by the zapper.
Push the button. Oh look, I'm carrying a invisible
Pay
gun.
attention, because I'm only
Also, my
going over
foot's a
this
dick.
once. This station will test your recharging energy shields.
Wait a minute.
Are you listening to me? Step on in, I'll show you.
In Halo 2,
Over here,
weren't you
Chief.
able to look
Focus.
down and see your feet?
Your new armor shields are extremely resilient, very efficient.
I'm pretty sure I remember that.
As you can see, they recharge a lot faster.
I think it was the same for Halo 1, too. I don't recall ever seeing my feet in Halo 1.
If your shields go down, find some cover, wait for the meter to read fully charged.
That, or he can hide behind me. You done with my boy here, Master Guns? I don't see any training wheels.
His armor's working fine, Johnson, so shut your chilly hole. You're free to go, son. Just remember, take things slow.
Don't worry, I'll hold his hand.
Slow, huh?
Come on, Chief. They're ready for us on the bridge.
Almost.
Get on the lift, Chief. We're gonna be late.
Ooh, another cart. That's not movable. This one is, though. Did I break him?
I don't want to keep the brass waiting, Chief.
Oh. He's still going. Stay the line. Say it.
Fine. You can tell Lord Hood why we're late.
Look at all this gobbledygook. Curse you, trapping this poor trash can in the corner.
Shiny green posterior on this elevator.
You have to say the magic word. This can't be moved, right? Yeah, it can't be. That can't be moved. Whoa. That thing just flies. Get in there. It's not as easy to kick these things. Oh, you just can't kick those things. Oh crap, that's like all the kickable objects aside from the trash can. And Oh. Oh. push it. Get out of the corner.
Would it help if I said please?
Yes. You said the magic word. Let's get all my stuff in here. There we go. Packed and ready to go.
Johnson, when you gonna tell me how you made it back home in one piece?
Sorry, Guns. It's classified.
My ass! Well, you can forget about...
Now, I'm gonna double check what the pickup button is before we do anything. It should still be the X button. X is the action button. So it's probably X.
about those adjustments to your A2 scope and your...
Well, he's in a particularly fine mood. Maybe Lord Hood didn't give him an invitation.
Excuse me, what? So it gives you an error message, or an error sound when you do that. Can I take it? Can I take one of these into the tram? No. Oh, there we go. My trusty push cart. He goes with me everywhere.
Earth.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah. The skull requirements in Halo 2 are very, very cryptic and dumb.
Politics. Now look.
I would have been your daddy in particular, since it's literally a 1 in 7 chance of it even appearing in the first place.
Through a Covenant capital ship.
Yoink.
Coordinated fire
That's
from
just
Athens,
wrong.
Malta, nothing's getting past this battle cluster in one piece. Ship's been arriving all morning.
I forget, do I have scoring settings on? Doesn't say. Oh well.
Nobody's saying
I just like,
much,
I have it for the
big
kill
about it.
confirmation. They just opened the door to see Master Chief pummeling Johnson to a pulp in a one-sided fist fight. While they're all just still cheering. Yeah, kick his ass. He probably deserved it.
You told me there wouldn't be any cameras.
And you told me you were gonna wear something nice. Folks need heroes, Chief, to give them hope. So smile, would you? Well, we still got something to smile about.
Johnson looks very sweaty. The boots look really good in these cutscenes. At least in my humble opinion.
Drawn quite a crowd. If they came to hear me beg, they will be disappointed. Are you sure?
Gentlemen, we're lucky to have you back. Go ahead, Cortana.
Another whisper, sir, near Io. We have probes en route.
I apologize, but we're going to have to make this quick.
You look nice.
Thank you.
Sergeant Major, the Colonial Cross is awarded for acts of singular daring and devotion. For a soldier of the United Earth Space Corps,
can be no greater heresy. Let him be an example for all who would break our covenant.
Commander Miranda Keyes, your father's actions were in keeping with the highest traditions of military service. His bravery in the face of impossible odds reflects great credit upon himself and the UNSC. The Navy has lost one of its best.
Slip space ruptures directly off our battle cluster.
Show me.
15 Covenant capital ships holding position just outside the kill zone.
This is Fleet Admiral Harper. We are engaging the enemy.
Negative, Admiral. Form a defensive perimeter around the cluster. Commander, get to your ship. Link up with the fleet.
Yes, sir.
You have the mech gun, Cortana. As soon as they come in range, open up.
Gladly.
Something's not right. The fleet that destroyed Reach was 50 times this size.
Sir, additional contacts. Boarding craft and lots of them.
They're going to try to take our mech guns offline. Give their capital ships a straight shot at Earth. Master Chief, defend this station.
Yes, sir. I need a weapon.
Right this way.
So, what kind of weapon is he gonna give me?
Get to work, sir.
Oh, I lost my skull. You bastards. Alright. Grab a battle rifle, an SMG. Classic shit. Also,
How's it going, Malta?
hold C to dual
Stand
wield.
by. They're latched. Check your targets. Watch the crossfire.
Although it's not, it's
They're in standard
the
formation.
main
Little
strategy
bastards
is
up front, big
pistol
ones in back.
and
Good luck, Cairo.
plasma pistol dual wielding. I don't even know if I have grenades. Nope. This glass cover's gonna do me no good.
Field of fire on that bulkhead. As soon as that door opens, let them have it.
Home field advantage. Sugar water.
Enemy spot.
Oh, I do have scoring on.
All hands, report to battle station.
The rest of you are taking
Oh yeah, this feels pretty right. Are they dual?
Not a drill. I repeat, this is not a drill.
Let's get him.
No, they were dual wielding this. No grenades yet. Is that a pistol I see? On the ground? Somewhere? Pretty sure I saw a plain pistol on the ground. Johnson can deal with them for a second. I want to get the noob combo set up. Can't find it anywhere.
Not as easy as you thought, huh, amigo?
Knew I'd find you sooner or later.
I need a squad at Habitat Alpha ASAP.
They know how to use our weapons. Boy, I see you. 7 BR rounds to do that.
Security Station 3. Sealed pressure door.
Oh yeah. It doesn't travel as fast as I remember, but it'll still last me pretty damn well. As long as I have a precision weapon. Whether it be a Covenant carbine, or a battle rifle, or even a pistol. But for pistols, I kinda need a pistol. Ooh, ammo. Okay. The visuals look cool, but it doesn't feel like the hit registration or like, well, the feedback from hitting an enemy is that good.
Orders from the Fort Pelican Bay.
Oh, I died. Oh, I got a nice look at the butt. A nice, super zoom-in close-up.
We've got orders from the Fort Pelican Bay.
Yep, just gotta stay safe.
Security Station 4 is under attack.
I can't push my luck. That would be a very bad idea. Like that. A very bad idea. Okay, here's a decent idea. Also, I press that button. I have a bad habit of pressing tab when I die.
We've got orders from the Fort Pelican Bay.
What I wouldn't give for grenades. Yeah, there's so many enemies now.
Security Station 4 is under attack.
Okay, ask and I shall receive. So we just have to go deeper into the room and we get our first grenades. Okay.
We've got orders from the Fort Pelican there.
There you are.
Security Station 4 is under attack.
There's another one.
Orders in Section 7.
This is the place to be, Chief. Oh!
Ooh. Good thing I took a step back. Very nice. I did it.
Hey, check it out. The Malta's already driven off its borders.
Malta, what is your status? Over.
I don't believe it! They're retreating! We won!
No, they're not.
This is bad. Real bad.
I can't see shit. It's too dark.
All hands, brace for impact.
Okay, that's not nearly as effective as just plasma pistol and then shoot swap.
All hands, brace for impact. Alert.
One more elite in red. Gotcha. Pretty solid so far. Noob combo carrying us through it. I love when physics just get weird. It's so much fun. Ah. I'm a little hasty there.
Borders in section 2.
Throwing dozens of grenades feels a little short.
Fire team, borders in section 2. Attention, we have borders in section 3.
Alright, we need some more ammo. Thankfully, we should be allowed to just walk back and... Nope, all the things unloaded. Some of the plasma pistols didn't. Okay. I can work with that. It's all higher ranking elites. That is a sword elite. What are you doing here? Oh yeah, this shit ain't working. Noob combo or nothing. Oh yeah. I'm just gonna go back and collect a different plasma pistol that has more ammo. Because there's no way in hell I'm going to be able to walk out there and not just immediately die. This is... We basically have one plasma pistol shot left. Actually, those grenades might still be there. Oh yeah. Give. Only plasma. Wait a minute. So that's interesting. Only the ones that I picked up and interacted with are still loaded. Which means I should go around and, like, screw with all the, ouch. Screw with all the plasma pistols, so that way I can use them in future areas. Fuck off. Fuck right off with that. Out of ammo. Oh yeah, energy sword. It's a thing that exists.
Hey, they're leaving the Athens.
Cortana, assessment.
That explosion came from inside the Athens, same as the Malta. The Covenant must have brought something with them. A bomb.
Then they sure as hell brought one here. Chief, find it.
All non-combat personnel to prison zone.
Be taking that. It's in here anyway. Frag grenades. And away up to the next level. Mm-hmm. No. Stealth boy. Oh no, are you serious? There was no fucking... Oh my god.
Fire team, border to section 2.
I didn't even see anything there.
Fire team, border to section 2.
Nice geometry. Nice ass.
Fire team, border to section 2. quarters in Section 3. Fire team, Tram Terminal 1.
I wonder how this looks on... Okay, that's interesting.
Fire team, quarters in Section 2.
Would you look at that? Hit registration, as well as indications of whether or not they still have their shields, is better in classic graphics. Who would have thought?
We have quarters in Section 3.
I want to play the whole thing in the low-res graphics, though. I want to see all the new cutscenes.
Fire team, Tram Terminal 1.
Okay, here come the top-tier elites. Sword elite is down. Alright, one of the spam happy ones is down. One of the basic elites is down. The other spam happy elite is down. I think we're good again.
Uh-oh. Hey, they're leaving the Athens.
Cortana, assessment.
That explosion came from inside the Athens, same as the Malta. The Covenant must have brought something with them. A bomb.
Then they sure as hell brought one here. Chief, find it.
Grenade!
All non-combat personnel to pressure zone.
Uh-huh.
All hands to pressure.
And now we'll back up because there's going to be a stealth elite. door locked behind me. Nice. Ah. Checkpoint. Well, at least we still have a fresh plasma pistol here.
Come on now! Is that a weapon or... Oh!
Ah, low shit. Fresh pee-pee.
Come on now! Is that a weapon or a flashlight? Ah!
Anyway, terminal. I have never seen these.
Pursuant to Office of Oni Retrieval and Acquisitions Inquiry of 26 September 2552. The following is a target profile of Thel Vadami, Supreme Commander of the Covenant Fleet of Particular Justice, compiled by Lieutenant Commander Locke.
Oh.
First confirmed contact with Vadami came in 2535 on an unofficial human colony known as the Rubble. After-action reports from civilians, as well as Spartan Units 006, 111, and 120, suggest that Vadami was at that point a relatively minor functionary of the Prophet of Regret. Spartan 006 engaged Vadami in combat on the Rubble. Both parties survived the encounter. Shortly after 2535, the UNSC first encountered the newly formed Covenant Fleet of Particular Justice, now led by Vadami. Review of early engagements with this fleet show that it quickly grew in size from 5 to nearly 60 ships, as Vadami cut a path in many human systems. Oni Section 3 made multiple attempts to anticipate or even track Vadami's movements, at the cost of a number of operatives' lives. Vadami eluded all such efforts, and he continued his unpredictable and devastating campaign. Vadami also stands out from other Covenant commanders in the frequency in which he takes a personal role in ground assaults.
Alrighty then. Ouch.
Hang on, everyone.
That sucked.
Hang on, everyone.
That's another grenade.
Fire team to Habitat Delta.
One thing that's interesting that I think I've noticed properly is that the enemies keep firing on your last known position if you're not spotted a different time. And you can use that to your advantage for sure. As a grenade.
I need a squad at Habitat Delta.
So, like, they would most likely just try to flank you the whole time. Which you could obviously use to your advantage by just moving around them. Simple. Really use a refill on ammo.
All non-combat personnel report to evacuation station.
Well, okay. Cool. Back to here then.
Hang on, everyone.
Oh hey, I can see my feet now.
Fire team to Habitat Delta.
I can never see those fucking grenades. Ever. It's always just too late.
Hostiles have taken security station 1. I need a squad at Habitat Delta.
I remember there just being a blue elite. I think that was him up there.
Personnel report to evacuation station.
Oh. That works. Now we just have to... a grenade! So it's not always the same guaranteed enemies. Okay. Interesting way to mix it up. And it'll probably make it more difficult every once in a while. Okay. Hold on a second. The Thunderstorm Skull. Apparently... Oh, hey, Elite. In this room over here. Not here. In here. You have to, like... get over here. Not sure where to go from here. Consult the guide time. Ah. It's right here. Yoink. Thunderstorm. Oddball, play ball. Is there anything else on this mission? Nope.
Come on, Chief, this way.
This way?
I was almost on board when they showed up.
Don't worry, ma'am. We're on it.
Anyone got some spare plasma grenades?
Thanks, Chief. I owe you one.
Oh, the low gravity section. I was not prepared for that. I was not prepared for that at all.
Come on, Chief, this way.
I was almost on board when they showed up.
Don't worry, ma'am. We're on it.
Thanks, Chief. I owe you one.
Yeah, that's nothing. There's a different area that's very similar. I literally saw two of those grunts spawn in. Don't do that to me. You okay there?
Fire team to Terminal 2.
Being a little trigger happy. I guess you just keep going this way, since it's the way you're supposed to be going.
Chief, we don't have much time.
Yep. Authorized personnel only. That HUD removal really threw me for a loop. What? Where am I supposed to be going again? Over this way, I guess? Red flashing lights?
Sir, boarders have breached the fire control center. They have a bomb.
Can you defuse it?
Yes, but I'll need the Chief's help to make contact with the detonator.
Chief, get to the bomb. Double time. Cortana, prioritize targets
one
and
for
fire
one.
at will.
Yeah, they don't flinch at all when they lose their shields. Makes these guys much more difficult to deal with. Unless they're on the ground, then they do flinch.
Sir, boarders have breached the fire control center. They have a bomb.
Can you defuse it?
Yes, but I'll need the Chief's help to make contact with the detonator.
Chief, get to the bomb, double time. Cortana, prioritize targets and fire at will.
Deal with one loader. He does not even notice me. Works for me. Or ODST. He didn't
First
deserve
echelon,
this.
you're with me. Blanket those cruisers. Take them out one by one.
Oh, it's a
Second
section.
echelon, keep those
Our
carriers
introduction
busy.
to the drones. Or whatever they're called. Wow, okay.
I'm going loud.
That is quite a bit of plasma pistol fire.
Registering all hostile vessels. I'm going loud.
They're moving up.
Registering all hostile vessels inside the kill zone. 13 cruisers, 2 assault carriers. I'm going loud.
Trying to beat the drones out. Can't find their damn heads.
Alert. Border. Force drive out.
Yeah, the AI is much better at finishing them off than I am.
All hands report to evacuation station.
Hey, you fellas better keep up.
We actually took care of all of them. Oh boy.
Mess them up good. Eyes on.
Did it. Okay, any extra BR ammo? Maybe. Yes. Perfect.
Where are you? The bomb is right here.
Click. What kind of ship is that? Look at them sparkle. Looks like there was signs of a
Carriers are
struggle.
breaking through, sir. They're heading straight for the Cairo.
Cortana, concentrate your fire on the first carrier. Admiral, do what you can against the second.
Everyone, form up. Follow my lead.
Got it.
Everyone, form up. Follow my lead.
It was nice of them to give you free plasma pistols and BRs for this section.
The first carrier completely ignored us, sir. Blew through the Malta's debris field and headed straight for Earth.
Oh no. Didn't expect the backup. I deserve that then. They should always have backup.
Everyone, form up. Follow my lead. Everyone, form up. Follow my lead.
I have no fucking idea what happened there. He like took the shot, but he didn't lose his shields.
Everyone, form up. Follow my lead.
There we go. Should have just kept moving to the right when I lost some shields. Did it really? What?
The first carrier completely
That's,
ignored us, sir. Blew through the Malta's debris field
okay.
and headed straight for Earth.
Yeah, they're gonna get back up over the ledge there. Kinda have to be ready for that. I think I just saw him spawn in. Yep, they just landed there. Okay, that's one. The other one's in hiding somewhere. What's that? It's a random hidden, thingy. It's not even a scarab gun. Better than death. Much better than death. Okie dokie.
Just so you know, there are quite a few elites guarding the bomb. You may need to get creative.
Return to sender. Something, something, give the Covenant back their bomb. How are they all going so far? They don't explode that far away.
All hands, we are abandoning the station.
What? That was way too quick.
All hands, we are abandoning the station.
Clock's ticking, Chief. Get down here.
What the hell? Melee physics. Just scoot right on over.
All hands, we are abandoning the station.
That's another Grenier elite that we killed. Wrong game. Probably a sign that I'm a little tired. Should probably end it somewhat soon. I'm dead. That elite snuck up on me. Am I in a lose state? Is that what's going on? Am I in a losing state?
All hands, we are abandoning the station.
Because I didn't get a good plasma pistol. We have no way to lower the shields of these elites before we get ourselves sprayed to death.
All hands, we are abandoning
If you have the ability to kill 2 elites, that's it. If we're lucky, we can stick them. That's a big if. think there's only one elite left. And he's chasing after us. Nope, there's two. Yes! We did it. One level on Legendary. It only took an hour and a half.
How much time was left?
You don't want to know.
Cairo, this is an Emberclad. The carrier shield is down. I'm in position and ready for immediate assault.
Negative, Commander. Not against a ship that size. Not on your own.
Sir, permission to leave the station.
For what purpose, Master Chief?
To give the Covenant back their bomb.
Permission granted.
I know what you're thinking, and it's crazy.
So, stay here.
Unfortunately for us both, I like crazy. Just one question. What if you miss?
I won't.
There it goes.
Flew pretty good.
Chief, get inside. Gear up.
We're taking this fight to the surface.
All right. Well, that was an experience. I wonder how it's going to play out as we continue through the game. This should be fun. But, although, yeah, funny thing about that, after the next mission. But we'll figure that out when we get around to it. Well, I already know what's going to happen, but you'll see. So until next time then. Have a good night.